I know Chigs is in here recording this.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know Chid gonna have everything up there.
Whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
Man, y'all know how this life thing goes, right? What goes around comes around. It's called karma. Now, 1090 Jake has crowned himself the unofficial king of exposing snitches. He's made a nice career out of exposing people who told, specifically rappers that's in the industry. Doesn't matter if the rappers were 13, 5, even 1 year old. If they ever told or cooperated, 1090 Jake is gonna expose them. Now, obviously, snitching can be in many forms, but I think everybody can all agree if you give names, if you cooperate with law enforcement, you're a snitch. Now, obviously, as 1090 Jake grew in popularity, he's obviously gonna make some enemies. People started looking into his past. You guys all know he was locked up for some time. Well, they found something. Shout out to my guy Fax. He's gonna break it down right here for you guys.
From what I'm hearing, like, what happened was 1090 Jake got into like a squabble with somebody in jail. I guess his 1090 Jake friend hit somebody in the head with a lock, and 1090 Jake got hit in the head with like a brick or like a rock or something like that. I'm not too sure what it was, but I know he got hit in the head with something and he started bleeding. So what ended up happening was the COs came, did what they had to do, took everybody to the box, confinement and shit like that. And then what ended up happening was 1090 Jake was in the box or whatever the case may be in confinement, and he wrote a grievance, I guess trying to get out of confinement because the COs was doing him bad or something like that. But inside of the grievance, he told the guy name that hit him inside of the head. I mean, you could write a grievance about anything in jail. A grievance is like to the warden saying what's going on or whatever the case may be, if your sink stocked up or whatever the case may be. But 1090 Jake did bad by mentioning in that he got hit by the guy inside of the grievance. That's what he did bad at. You're not supposed to say anybody name, and that's from 1090 Jake rules. From 1090 Jake rules, he snitched. And anybody else rules, he snitched as well, because you're not supposed to give no names or any information to the authorities, whether they knew who hit you or not, whether they seen it or not. You're not supposed to be in agreement with no authorities when it comes to giving up people names or giving up information. And I don't got no problem with 1090 Jake, but the facts is the facts.
Now, Kodak Black's lawyer also got into 1090 Jake. Pause. He reposted an article from No Jumper saying 1090 Jake says writing a grievance is not the same as snitching. Kodak's lawyer says, this story is strange. This gentleman wanted an interview with Kodak about his future on the record. When he didn't do the interview, this guy came out and said that somehow Kodak told on jail guards. When I filed a lawsuit against the guards, part of the basis for the commutation for failing to allow Kodak access to religious leaders and abuse. That was telling. Meanwhile, I just got DMs for a person with docs where Mr. Cherry gave a sworn statement as a witness in the shooting and gave a statement to the police about other individuals. 1090 Jake responded back to him in the comments. He says, yo, you a lawyer. Request that shooting case and see nobody existed in that case. Talk about why Kodak ain't come out his cell. The lawyer responds saying, I don't know about no one existing. From what I saw, it says you give a sworn statement to the police describing the shooters and allowing them to interview you. Then he or she sent me another doc that said you told the police where a firearm was located in someone's room and gave the guy's name. I'm just saying what I read, my man. God damn, so that's two different incidents where people are now alleged that 1090 Jake told. And if you guys missed it from last month when 1090 Jake was calling out Kodak Black for reporting the COs for abusive behavior in jail, here it is.
Now, I didn't even say nothing about this dude saying that you was in protective custody in the feds and you never even hit the yacht in Big Sandy. I didn't even talk about that. But there's a lot of people that would hit me up after the video I did on you saying they was there at that time and you never touched that yacht. And you saying that breaking down who the one is that lost his girl to a snitch is snitching, even though there ain't no crime involved. Is this snitching? Writing a lawsuit the second you get to a prison saying that you getting beat by the COs because you don't want to be at that prison and you was allegedly on PC at this is that snitching? Is it snitching when you name drop the COs that are supposedly killing you slowly, doing all type of shit towards you? Is that snitching? Because I mean, I don't know, maybe that ain't snitching. I know this ain't snitching, but one of these two things can actually result in somebody getting arrested, investigated, fucked up, right? Now I wanted to interview Kodak to be a voice for the bros that's behind the wall that can't ask the questions that I was gonna ask. Wasn't gonna be no beef shit, wasn't gonna be no extra shit. But instead you decided to take it to Instagram, even though Adam22 was already in communications with you.
It's definitely interesting when you have a lawyer coming for you for quote-unquote snitching. Maybe 1090 Jake needs to make a video breaking it down and then moving on from the situation. Obviously, you have to address it. If not, people are going to be calling you a hypocrite on every video. This kind of feels like when Derek Jackson, the relationship guru, was exposed for cheating on his wife. You can't shit on men that cheat when you're out here doing the same thing. But you guys let me know how you feel about this in the comments below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think 1090 Jake snitched? And how do you guys think he should rectify this situation? Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. I'll see you guys later.